If you've been thinking about selling your Atlanta area home soon, or maybe even the next few months, you may be wondering, is this a good time to sell? Are prices going to keep going up? Or are we nearing another bubble that's about to burst? Well, a better question to ask yourself is, how can I best time the sale of my home to get the most money out of it? Hi, I'm Stewart.Ebaugh, local realtor here in the Atlanta area with Southern Classic Realtors. First of all, be sure that you're following my page and also turn on those notifications so you can get notified each time that we bring you great content. And at the end of this video, I've got a very special offer for you, so you'll want to stick around for that. It's worth hundreds of dollars and can possibly even save you thousands of dollars when you go to sell your home. Well, the truth is that our inventory of homes still remains very, very low. And yet the buyer demand still out there is extremely high. So homes are still selling very quickly, literally sometime within hours. And many of them have multiple offers on them in the first day or two. And of course, that's driving the price up even higher. Well, there's always been a natural cycle of when more homes are sold and less homes are sold. And we're nearing that time very, very soon. Take a look at this graph comparing the 2019 home sales in the blue to the 2020 home sales in the green. And here you can see the uptick of more homes being sold as we head into the spring and the summer market. And that kind of makes sense as people start to move around to school season ending and over the summer. And then it begins to taper off near the end of the year. And you would kind of expect that as the holidays approach. By the way, that because our area is just so large, I've confined this data to 5 counties on the south side of Atlanta. But if we look really in any area, it'll be about the same. So even with the drop-off of sales in the very early days of the pandemic last year, look how the rest of the year was, significantly outpaced the home sales for 2019. And yet for the entire year, we still sold about 10% more homes in 2020 than in 2019. And that trend right now is expected to continue for this year. That increased buyer demand also means an increase in the sales prices. It's not as perceptible on this chart here, but if you look close, you can see that the average sales price increased as we headed up into about August, and then just kind of leveled off from there for the rest of the year. And here you can see that as a whole, for 2020 versus 2019, the average sales price increased about 11%. So that's not too shabby with all the crazy stuff going on last year, wouldn't you say? So while that's great news for home sellers, for home buyers, it makes it a little more challenging. So the number one thing that's going to impact your home is if your house is seen as the best buy on the block. And that's going to require 2 things when you go to sell: the right price and also the right condition. Remember, and you do the same, buyers shop on comparison. They're looking for the best overall value. So you'll get the most number of offers if your home stands out as that best buy on the block. And if you do that, that'll allow you to get the best price for your home and negotiate the best terms. Maybe you don't need to move for a month or maybe 3 months, and maybe you can negotiate a rent back or something like that. So while those peak months seem like they're a long way away, they really aren't. It's really just around the corner. Pull out your calendar and circle that date that you absolutely need to be sold by, or when you'd like to be sold by. And then back that up 30 to 45 days, and that's the date that you need to get your home on the market. And now from that date, you need to back up about another 30 days, and that's when you'll need to start preparing your home for sale to get it on the market. What are some of those projects that you've been putting off? Do rooms need painting and the trim need repainting? Do you need to clean out the overstuffed closets and the basement? Does the yard need some work? Maybe freshen up some flowers out there, give it a little color, trim those bushes and hedges. You don't want to be rushed into getting all that done. So 90 days in advance is a good time to start preparing your home for sale. So your next best step in preparing your home to be that best buy on the block? Well, that's to download a free PDF copy of my home sellers checklist. Those checklists will give you kind of the top 10 things that you can do in really just a couple weekends for just a little bit of money to make your house really stand out and not focus on projects that really won't return any value to you. It'll allow you to prepare your home with confidence so you can be seen as that best buy on the block. I think you'll find that very helpful to you. So to get your free checklist, just jump over to atlantachecklist.com and you can get it there. And I'll also put a link in the video description for you right here as well. And now for that special bonus offer that I mentioned for you at the beginning. Well, a lot of transactions can fall apart once your home is under contract with a buyer. And that's because when their home inspector goes out, just the number and the types of items that inspector finds and he puts on his report. And then you have to basically renegotiate your contract all over again with your buyer to deal with those items. Well, I believe so strongly that every home seller should have their own home inspection before they put their home on the market. I'm willing to even pay for that home inspection for you. That's a $500 value. And by correcting many of those issues up front, that can literally save you thousands and thousands of dollars in not having to renegotiate and fight over some of those issues later once you have your buyer. So getting that home inspection done up front and having me pay for it, I think you'll find is a tremendous value. Not that you are, but if you were going to move soon, where would you move to? Where would be your dream place? Leave me a comment down below. Be curious to see where people would like to move to. What's your dream location? Go ahead and put that down in the comment. Well, if you found this information to be helpful, go ahead and give this a like. And if you know someone that could also potentially benefit from it, go ahead and share the video with them as well. And remember, don't forget to follow my page and turn on those notifications so you can keep up with the great content that we bring to you. Again, my name is Stewart.Ebaugh with Southern Classic Realtors, and my team and I specialize in selling homes here in the Atlanta area. If we can help in any way, just call, text, email, or private message me, and we'll be happy to do whatever we can. Well, thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.